There are a lot of baby boomers that are stuck in their homes. And for the life of me, I've been struggling to figure out why that is, but I think that I've come up with a couple of reasons. And I'm curious to hear from you all what you think about this. Number one is that people have a tremendous amount of equity in their home. For somebody that, say, bought their home in 1987 for $100,000 and has stayed in that same property since then, they may have a place that's worth $400,000, $500,000, or even $600,000 now, which would be subject to a capital gains tax. However, I think a lot of times people don't know that their own situation avails them of certain exclusions on that tax that they may or may not be privy to. Like, for instance, if there is a couple that is married filing jointly, they can exclude up to $500,000 of gain from the sale of the property. And of course, it's important to talk with a tax professional about your own individual circumstances. But for the most part, people that are selling their primary residence can free themselves of the obligation of paying tax that they would normally pay on other gains. Like if you have a gain from the stock market, or if you had a gain from working a W-2 job, then that's taxed at an ordinary income and you have to pay taxes on that. But the sale of your home and all of that equity that exists there, or that may exist in that home, which you might need some help determining how much equity you have, can be, depending on your own personal circumstances, tax-free. And I think a lot of times people don't necessarily know that. They think, geez, if I sell this and have this big gain, I'm gonna have to pay all these taxes. You may or may not, depending on your own situation, in which case having a real estate professional give you an evaluation and ask some good questions can help you determine maybe if that is something that you need to pay, and or talking with a tax professional about your situation after you know how much equity you have in the property. So we see some people that are stuck in their homes and we're trying to figure out why this is. I think one of the reasons is people don't realize that they can actually access all of that equity in their home, oftentimes completely tax-free, depending on the situation. The second reason that we're, I think, seeing a lot of people stay in their homes is that they're rate bound. They think, hey, I've got this low interest rate and I can't leave this rate and go find something else. I'm not going to be able to find something that's going to be as low of a payment as what I have now. And that may or may not be the case, but just getting stuck on what the interest rate is that's being paid, if there is a mortgage in place, is not necessarily the best way to make a decision on what is the best home to be in for the long term. The other thing, the third thing really that I think is going on out there is people are just not seeing homes that meet their needs on the market. But I think oftentimes people are not considering new construction, particularly in Maine, where we have a shortage of people in the construction field. You'll hear it all the time. Geez, I'd love to build a place, but I don't know who I would even start with having build it for me. Or not considering alternative methods to construction, such as modular, where a home can be built in a factory and then put on site. I mean, these are things that oftentimes we're meeting with people and trying to figure out, why are you not moving forward here into a different environment? And a lot of times it's just because people can't find what they want on the market and are not considering new construction as an option to meeting that need. These are some of the things that are going on right now in Maine. We have an aging population. Many people are in a home that doesn't meet their needs anymore, but they feel stuck. And what we found is that having conversations with a good, trusted real estate professional can help you look at different options. In the end, you may choose to stay in that home. And if that's the choice that you make after you have all of the information, great. You know, more power to you. At least you made a thoughtful, thorough decision based on information and options that you do have available to you. And other times, you know, hopefully having information like this may help you move on to the next best place for you and your family.